Good morning, guys, and welcome back to T2SMC Radar. How are you all? Hope everyone is good and you guys can hear me. Please let me know if everything is good and clear before we go furthermore. Then we'll talk about this price action, by the way. Is there anyone, by the way? Okay. Tamimi, good morning, brother. Thanks for being over here, by the way. Can you hear me, Tamimi? If you hear me, my mate. Mm-hmm. I have a lot of time, actually. 17 minutes, a lot of time. Loud and clear. Thank you so much for at least confirming. Let's wait for other people to join. In the meantime, please make sure you have pushed the like button. Subscribe if you are not yet. Subscribe to our channel. Let's see if some other people can join or not. Just 1 or 2 minutes, we'll wait a bit more. What the price action is this, man? The good thing is the consolidation zone is over, I guess. I mean, after all of this sideways candle, last 2 days was extremely bearish. I think the consolidation is gone. So it's been broken. That is also good. Sachin, masses retracted. Thank you, brother, for retracting the masses. Okay, let other people to join. In the meantime, would love to see what is happening. This low and that low, this low for NQ, this low for ES are the same low. For ES, the price action is way too much higher. Okay, this market needs to break this bullish cap over here. Then it has to take this low. Then finally, it has to go for this low. At the same area, Nasdaq is going to take this low over here. Okay, so it's kind of like not correlated. I can't say this is correlated. This is extremely bearish. This is in the middle of the range. Still, it doesn't have the intention to fall for this sell side liquid or this low over here, or at least not now. I was thinking that this low is not going to be taken because if this is taken, then there is a high probability market will come around that area. But now I'm bound to look for the sell for this low. I can't resist that. Have to think that this is going to take the low over here. Even though I'm not able to take the sell from here because market is in the deep discounted area. So I really can't take any sort of sell over here. However, below this low, I have this daily bullish gap. I just marked that gap. And I have seen that previously this market tapped to the top of this gap, including the volume imbalance over here. So tap to this gap. I'll see if it can fall for the 50% of this gap. And then if it can go higher or does it really would love to keep falling. We'll see that later. Would love to come to hourly chart. So in this hourly chart, that's relatively equal lows over here. This low and that low, they're the relatively equal lows from the hourly chart. A beautiful clean sell side liquidity right now. And I'm just going to remove this ES chart for now. Instead of that, gonna keep this uh, NQ chart only. Okay. So in this NQ chart, if I remove this one as well, I don't need that one. I have this buy side liquidity here. So beautiful buy side liquidity. A beautiful resistance zone. Have this resistance over here. So beautiful, another resistance zone. I had a lot of support zone that has been cleared already, and then market actually fall, took all of these lows. That was the hourly last gap that so far has been traded, and market actually broke that hourly last gap, and now respecting this hourly last gap as a resistance, and this is that relatively equal lows, daily bullish fair value gap. Not going to mark anything from the hourly chart because you can see this too messy price action over here. So I'm not interested to mark anything from my hourly chart. Instead of that, I'm just gonna keep this daily cap. I'm not saying that this daily cap is going to hold the market and send it higher again for the buy side liquidity. But I'll see if it can do that. Okay, this daily cap can hold the market and send it higher for the buy side liquidity. It left like a lot of buy side liquidity. I'm really surprised the way this market actually working. There is a blue line. If you go to the regular trading hour, in the regular trading hour, you see here there is a gap that is not filled yet. Okay, of course below this gap I have another gap over here. Market never been traded over here. I'll look for that later. But right now there is a gap. Okay, so this market open here. Sorry, it closed here and it opened over there. So sorry, it should be there. It closed here. So this is the opening gap low that's has been traded here, at least around that area. So if I go for the 50% zone or the quadrant level of closing and the opening, the 50% has been traded already of this opening gap, but rest of the area is not been traded yet. So I'm just watching, can it, if it take this low, which is the relatively equal lows, if it can take this relatively equal lows, can it close this opening gap 100%, and then really would love to go higher or not? Again, I'm not saying that it will go higher, but I'm just expecting maybe some kind of reaction I'll get from this daily gap. This is really so weird price action. So this is that opening gap low. This blue line is from the regular trading hour. I'm just gonna keep it for now. I'm gonna see how it is going to react. Okay. So right now I'm just thinking, can it fall? Take this relatively colors, because I'm bound to think like that way. If it would respect this last gap as a support, I would say that, man, I don't think this sell side liquidity is going to be taken. But the way it closed below and then now it is working as a resistance, this hourly last cap is working as a resistance. It's pretty much confident that market is going to fall and take this sell side liquidity, and then we'll work with this daily bullish cap. Maybe some kind of reaction it will give me. Overnight big run. That means if you see this market has open around that area. So where was that? Yeah, around that area. So market open here, fall a lot of time. Like it is a big fall over here. If you ever see the overnight big fall, make sure the morning session has a high probability to be choppy price action. So that's why overnight big fall is really difficult to trade. Now you say, what is the big fall? Look at this candle. The whole day this market has built this candle, and this candle has already been built even before the market opened. So market still didn't open, but this candle is bigger than that candle, something like that. Okay, almost the same candle. So it's a big fall, overnight big fall. So if you ever see the overnight big fall, be very careful around the morning session. It can be very choppy, or maybe it's going to be very difficult to trade. Going back to 15-minute chart, yesterday's AM session was really so difficult to trade. Even though I actually built a lot of money yesterday, because I was just thinking that it's gonna be consolidation. So I was taking buy, sell, something like that. So it was a very nice day. I mitigated all of my losses. After just the load shedding, I trade through my phone. So it was like, it's from the Lucid Trading actually. So I end up with $1,200 profit to my Eval account. I just bought a new Eval, by the way, guys. After passing that Lucid funded, I just bought another Eval and just made like $1,200, something like that. Yesterday's price action. Yeah, that is that yesterday. Also around the PM session, I had nothing to do. I was in front of my chart. So what I could do, I have just traded. I've shared the setup actually after effect. So I trade the funded account as well. End up with $1,100 around like that way. So like this is the, I mean, I had nothing to do. So I just trade it over here. So after the load shedding, actually, when the load shedding appeared and my stream just got closed, I found a beautiful setups around that area, and that has just mitigates all of my losses. Around the PM session, I had like 3 entries where I was greedy. I never take the entry, I mean partial. It moved nearly 42 handle. I just didn't take the partial. I was thinking, okay, I will take the partial around 60 handle because I was in profit. So something like that. I was greedy. So two trade didn't work at all. Break even me, both of them. But finally I got the fall until the 50-minute last gap over here. So I got the fall, and that has built a lot of profit to that funded account. Unfortunately, there was load shedding. Now from 15-minute chart, I can see there is an obvious buy side liquidity which is inside this hourly last gap. So I'm gonna keep this last gap over here. This buy side liquid, I mean high and swing high, they are the relatively equal highs from 15-minute chart. I have this beautiful buy side liquidity around that area. I have this extreme sell side liquidity which has a high probability to be taken because the last gap is broken, and the last gap is working as a resistance now from the hourly chart. There is a high probability market will go for this sell side liquidity at first. My intention to see after the market open, if it fall, trade this gap, then can it target this buy side liquidity over here? That is my thinking right now. Okay, I'm just not able to take the sell over here after this big fall. I'm just not able to take any sort of sell around that area. No sell is valid to me. Even if around 9:30 market came here, like something like this, and then there is a selling opportunity from this gap. Maybe I'll be able to take this type of sell for this one, which is also risky because market is in deep discounted area from the higher time frame. But if it happens, maybe from this gap, I'll try to look for some sort of sell. Otherwise, if it really start to go higher from here and take this buy side liquidity, I'll have nothing to do. Or if it just simply keep falling from here and take the sell side liquidity, I'll have nothing to do. Simply nothing. But if it come here at first, like before 10, okay, before the silver bullet, if it cleared the sell side liquidity, I believe that I'll find some opportunity to get the buy around that buy side liquidity. But that sell side liquidity from my higher time frame has to be cleared before 10 a.m. because after 10 a.m., if it doesn't take it, this sell side liquidity, there is a high probability it will be very choppy. The morning session is gonna be very choppy. Maybe the PM session is gonna be easier to trade. I really don't know what to do around that area because this is really a weird market. After so many days consolidation yesterday and the day before yesterday was a very extremely bearish market. So if you see this as a accumulation, I'm seeing this as a manipulation and then expansion toward the buy side liquidity as well. Like all of this buy resistance zone I showed you, it will go toward that buy side liquidity. I'm thinking like that way. Again, I can be wrong. Maybe it will just keep falling and trade the quadrant level of this dealing range, huge dealing range. So maybe 50%, maybe 6 on 8 level over here. Maybe they will be traded, market will target them. But anytime I will take some sort of sell that is called chasing the market. I'm not simply interested to chase the market. Eventually, this bearish order block is going to be the winner of the 22 YT model bearish order block. Market structure shift, fair value gap, highest up close body close candle built as a order block by this candle. So eventually this guy actually won the game and trade this. Maybe this gap is going to be left open, unfilled gap, and market will just keep falling. But anytime after clearing this uh, sell side liquid and trading this gap, if I see this market came to this gap over here, I'm not sure this is the gap or not because market after closing today's candle, I'll be understand. I can tell that this is the daily bearish gap because this candle even simply can close over here and there will be no bearish fair value gap. So I have to wait for this candle to close to get this bearish gap. So if it happens from my higher time frame, like after coming here, I'm interested to look for the buy only. But I will get confident when the body will close above this bearish gap. If it the body close above this bearish gap, then I'll be so much confident. Even if I see this type of fall, I'll keep thinking about the buy. There will be no confusion over here. So I have to wait for this candle to close. I mean the daily candle to close above this daily bearish gap, just to get the confirmation. This is a bullish market toward that all-time high. Eventually, I'll look for the buy when the market will come over here, but this is not an high probability. I have to think like that way. Maybe it will just keep falling, trade the 50% of this big dealing range, maybe the 618 level, maybe the lower quadrant, maybe it'll take the slow. I really don't know. But I'm bound to look for the buy in every single bullish period, like here, here, around that area. Any kind of bullish period a market will fall, I'll look for the buy. So for example, it's broken from the daily chart, I'll look for this gap as my target. It's broken from my daily chart, I'll look for this 50% as my daily chart. Until it is not broken, I'll keep looking for the buys. Anytime it will fall to the bullish period, I'll look for the buy. And when the bullish period will be broken, I'll look for the next bullish period as my sell target. When it will come to this bullish period, I'll look for the buy again. And when this bullish period is broken, I'll look for the next bullish period in my opinion, like thinking about sell. So it is broken, I'll think about sell until the next bullish period. It's broken, I'll think about sell until the next bullish period. Something like that. Okay, so I'm bound to look for the buy. The reason is it left a lot of buy side liquidity over here. I'm not convinced with this market. The way it left those buy side liquidity open, I'm just not thinking this is gonna left open like that way. However, this new week opening gap finally hold the market and send it lower. And then every bearish period, you see this bearish gap, only bearish gap respected, this bearish gap respected, this bearish gap respected. And what is the next bearish gap? I have this bearish gap, market never reach over there. This bearish gap, so far market trade this bearish gap, and it is also respecting, and maybe market will fall and take this sell side liquidity. My intention, I'm gonna let all the sell go, and then I'll start to look for buy for this buy side liquidity. So it is gonna be like this way. Before 10 a.m., market will clear the sell side liquidity. Maybe it will fill that unfilled gap from the regular trading or 100%. Then it will go for this buy side liquidity before 10 a.m. So if it happens before 10 a.m., clear that sell side liquidity, I will start to look for buy for this buy side liquidity. If it happens, otherwise, if it come here before 10 a.m., if it come to this 15-minute bearish gap, I'll start to look for sell from here, from this bearish gap. Dealing range high, dealing range low, going to go for the 6 on 8 level, which is around like 50% is here, 6 on 8 level is over here. Okay. So there is two things. If before I mean at the beginning market went higher, trade this gap, I'll start to look for sell. This is the first case of scenario. Like after coming here, maybe I'll start to look for buy again. This is the first case of scenario. The second case of scenario, market keep falling before 10 a.m. Market keep falling and take this sell side liquidity, trade this gap before 10 a.m. And after 10 a.m., I'll start to look for buy for this buy side liquidity. Both of the cases, I'll let the buy go. If it really interested to go from here to take this buy side liquidity, I'm gonna leave this. I'm not going to take any sort of buy over here. In other word, if it just keep falling without reaching over here, I'm gonna sacrifice the sell as well. Not going to participate in that sell. If it come here at first, so it is going higher, I'm not participating and take the buy side liquidity. I don't give a shit. But if it come here and then give me a sell, I'm gonna participate in this leg. Same case of scenario. If it keep falling, and take this sell side liquidity, then give me a buying opportunity, I'm gonna participate that buy. So always I'm gonna participate in the next leg, not the first leg, the next leg. Either way, I'm gonna participate to the second leg, whatever is going to happen. So market has opened. First thing first, you have to look for the regular trading or opening gap. That is the first job you have to do. Yesterday close, today's open from the regular trading hour. So you have to mark opening of today, closing of yesterday, and you have to look for the quadrant level. Go back to the electronic trading hour again. This is the regular trading hour opening gap, huge gap down. Okay, this is a huge gap down. Like look over here to here. It's 563 handle gap down. Everyone is thinking this is coming over here because this is a very nice, beautiful support. So it will come over here. I'll just see how it is going to work. Okay. Not going to participate. You guys remember? If it come here, I'll start think about sell from there for this sell side liquidity. It will close this gap and keep going higher for this buy side liquidity over here. I'm gonna sacrifice that trade. Not going to participate in that trade. Without reaching over here, it will keep falling. Take this sell side liquidity. I'm not going to participate in that sell as well. I'm gonna look for the buy while the market will come over here. So in this two type of scenario, I'll be able to enter into the trade. Otherwise, I have to sacrifice the trade. So this is the obvious liquidity. I'm just going to mark that obvious liquidity. I'm gonna keep it over here and let's wait for the trade. I'm just not sure I'll be able to finish the stream today as well. Like if there could be any kind of load shedding, guys, please donate some money over here for us. If you go to the pin comment, there is a link actually, the solar system support link. If you click on that link, it will provide you this area. Okay, even if it is $5, I highly appreciate it, brother. Just donate something so that we can overcome the electricity problem. Otherwise, it's really difficult for me to continue the stream without the load shedding headache. Let's see who else is actually joined over here. I can see some of you have joined. Morning. Can't say it will be good or not. Hey Shachin, how are you, man? Vin, good morning. Leonardo, good morning, brother. Philarettes, good morning. Giggleheart, do you think that NQ could continue to drop since ES hasn't take that London low? I think I have already explained everything what was I was thinking. Okay. So buy, I'm gonna sacrifice this trade. Some of you can think a buy from this bullish gap. You are really good to go. I have no problem with that. I'm not going to take this buy from this gap. If it come here, I'll start to look for sell for this sell side liquidity. I can be wrong. Market can keep going hard to take this buy side liquidity. I'll sacrifice this trade. If it doesn't come over here and then keep falling, take this sell side liquidity. I'm not going to participate in that fall as well. I'll let the sell go and then I'll start to look for buy. So this is the two type of scenario. I'll enter into a trade. Otherwise, I'm gonna sacrifice the trade. No trade is valid to me. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Hey Chatur, good morning. That daily last parabolic cap is untouched. Okay, so it has an high probability to touch that last cap, brother. Good morning, trading in the zone. Jamil Bomdia, muito bem, obrigado, senhor. Tudo bem? Hey Dora, 50-minute bearish, 50-minute fair value gap bearish. Yeah, there is a gap as well. I'm not sure about that. Let me see. I don't think so. There is a gap. It didn't reach to this gap. It has to reach to this gap so that I could take the sell. As it didn't do that, I'm not going to participate in this sell as well. I'm gonna let this go without taking any kind of trade over here. This will take the 70 low first, as predicted a few days ago. Okay, trader cups. Let's see, brother. Yes, taken the low. Is that halal to trade in NQ? If you don't use the leverage, it's halal. In according to my research. But if you use the leverage is haram, brother. Yeah, we discussed that. Thank you so much, Dora. Thanks for being over here, sister. How is your trading going on? Look, it has built another buy side liquidity around that area. See this beautiful buy side liquidity here. So I'll keep waiting to go for this buy side liquidity over here. This buy side liquidity, after that buy side liquidity. I'm not going to participate in the fall. Remember, if it could touch this one, I would start to look for selling opportunity already. As it didn't to do that, I'm gonna sacrifice the sell. I'm gonna let the fall go, and I will start to look for buy. Like those people who thought to take the buy over here, they already got stopped out. Some of you can think this is a beautiful lower market structure shift, fair value gap. You wanna take the sell? Go for it. In my opinion, if you'd love to even take the sell from this gap, wait for the order block. If it build the order block, try to take the sell from there. Otherwise, don't take the sell. It has a high probability to fall, but don't enter over here. There is a high probability this market will keep chopping, and it's a highly volatile market. Okay, it's a highly volatile market. So if you're wrong, it's gonna hurt you a lot. Don't rush. Wait for 10 a.m. at least 9:50 actually, and then go for some trade. Okay. Unfortunately, I was not yesterday here because when I closed my stream, remember the last buy uh, from the order block? It was a very choppy market, like disgusting market, to be honest. If you guys remember the last order block buy over here, and then when I got stopped out, I trailed my stop loss actually. It was below this order block, if I'm not mistaken. So took the buy here, stop loss was below the order block. When I got stopped out, I immediately enter over here. I added more, and then market keep falling. So I target this gap over here as my target, this specific gap from this gap. That was a beautiful trade. And you can see here to here, it was like nearly 100 handle, something like that. Of course, I have taken some partial. And then I tried some buy, not here actually. I don't remember where I tried those buy. I think I tried the buy here or here. I don't remember. Or I just got both of them. I already shared, but I was never been able to take the partial. I'm not care about the market because it is falling. I'll just let the fall. So it was a run of for 69 handle. I even didn't take not even a single partial. I was trying to take the partial above this high over here, so it actually reversed and stopped me out to the break even, and then I got this buy as well, so far I remember, and I have shared this as well. So this entry was actually from here when this candle has closed. It has also provided nearly 64 handle, never take the partial, got stopped out to the break even. And then finally around the PM session and the last hour, I was watching this, came here, this 50% here, and more importantly, just look at the dealing range. Okay, I'm not going to do that. because I've done it in my life. I mean, I was doing it in live. So mark this high, that low, see the reaction over here, then market fall, came here, highest up close body close candle with this reclaimed inverse gap, a beautiful bearish order block. I took the sell from here and just close the trade. If I'm not wrong, I closed the trade here. Of course, I have taken a lot of partial, but to the last fair value from the 15-minute chart. So that small trade was like more than enough to be profitable. So here, if I'm not wrong, it was like here. I closed it around that area, and then all the things I just let this go. So I just got this run. So beautiful run, but not that run. Sorry, that run. 69 handle didn't do anything. This run, nothing to. I was just greedy over here. So finally, this market fall and take the sell side liquidity around that area. Now I'm interested to think about a buy. If it provide me the buying opportunity, I'll look for that. Remember, guys, today is Friday, Mental Capital Preservation Day. So please make sure you're not overzealous. You're not going to chase the market. I will get any sort of buying opportunity. I'm gonna take that buy. I'm also watching this line, which is an old new. I mean, regular trading or opening gap. Does it really would love to fill this regular trading or opening gap 100% or not? So I'm really interested to see if it can fall and trade this one. I would able to catch this fall if it could come here. If it would come here from the order block, I'm already in a sell. But as it didn't do that, I'm not in a trade. I'll let the market fall. Now I will start to look for buying opportunity. If I'm wrong, the market is extremely bearish and it doesn't give me any buying opportunity, I'm gonna sacrifice all the fall. Not going to touch it. But if it build a bullish setup and I'm already in a setup, bull trade, and then it stop me out, I'll try again the buy. Two time I got stopped out, then I'll stop. Okay, no, it's not possible for me to trade. I'll say like that way. So for if you watch the candle from the daily chart, look at this candle size. See this candle? It's kind of this candle, this candle. It's going to build like this type of candle. I don't know. But this candle is extremely strong. And so far it has provided, like, I believe that it's more than 500 handle. Yeah, it's nearly 762 handle. If you compare with other candle, you'll see how big this candle is. I'm only interested to think about a buy right now, but I highly appreciate if it can close the regular trading or opening gap 100%. If you do that, that is going to be a high probability. Any sort of buy right now, I'm interested to take that. But I have to wait for the setup at first. If there is no setup, there is no buy. Got some accounts yesterday, so working through them, but my 9 to 5 been taking my time. You're doing a job as well, sister. That's good. Good morning, Suzivan. Hey, Fona, 28520 is the last month low. 28, what did you say? 28520. So 520. Okay, here. So the last month low has already been taken, I guess. Kindly take a moment to smash that like button and hit subscribe. Guys, I'm only interested to take the buy. I'm not going to simply push the button. I will wait for the setup. If there is a setup, I'll try to take the buy for this buy side liquidity, which is a minor buy side liquidity, and this extreme buy side liquidity, which is really an external buy side liquidity over here. So far, right now, okay. So from my 1 minute chart, that is an external buy side liquidity. I'll look for those buys. If it provide me any sort of buying opportunity, there is no buying opportunity, I'm not going to enter over here. Okay. I'm going to mark this gap because before entering into an higher time frame point of interest, this is the last gap. So I'll watch that gap. Not simply going to use it as inverse gap. If you want, you can go for it. So I can try this one as well as an inverse gap because some of you can tell me that is that a good gap as an inverse because the stop loss is going to be 32. Is this a good inverse gap? Someone can tell me that. If it is a good inverse gap, I can try this one. According to my understanding, no, this is not a inverse gap. What is that gap level? Which gap level you're asking for, brother? We are not only trading the daily BC, but also monthly BC. Okay. So many things over here, but highly appreciate if it trade here. If this low is taken, this is my best inverse gap. So this low is taken. Now, if it inverse over here, I'll not even wait for anyone's opinion. I'll simply push the button from this inverse gap. Let's see if it can close this or regular trading or opening gap 100% or not. If we get inverse gap, I go in buy. Yes, if it close above it. Okay. That blue line below. Okay, that's the regular trading or opening gap. If you go to your regular trading hour, you'll be able to see that there is a regular trading or opening gap that is not filled 100% yet. So this line is that that gap like high or low actually. Guys, please don't forget to push the like button. In the meantime, when we are waiting for a setup, I wanna share something with the Apex account. If any of you are interested about Apex, they have a World Cup final offer. 50K account intraday drawdown is gonna cost you $49. No activation fees, no activation fees, no activation fees. 49 all in. You can buy 5 account altogether. You can buy 1 account, 2 account, 3 account, 10 account, whatever you want. So you have a opportunity to buy 1 account, 2 account separately, or you have an opportunity to buy by bundle. But it's gonna cost you $49 all in. There is no other payment. Okay. Still, we have the 90% off as well. Like now 50K account is gonna cost $19.90, but you have to pay the activation fees, which is gonna cost you like $59, I guess. So there is two offers running right now. If any of you are interested about them, please make sure you have used the code T2T. You will get the discount. Okay, let's see. If it's falling, I'm not going to touch it. Okay, I'll just keep waiting to see if I can find any sort of buying opportunity. There is a buy opportunity. I'll look for that. But I really don't know without 22 YT monitor what else can I actually use over here. Okay, so the regular trading or opening gap is closed 100%. I'm happy. I'm going to remove this one because even if it close above this gap right now, I won't be able to enter because I won't be able to put my stop loss in the most logical levels. So I'm not going to try to enter from that gap anymore. Simply, I will wait to see if it provide me something that is good. Closing the regular trading or opening gap so beautifully, reacting from there. Happy to see that. Happy to see that. I have this buy side liquidity, which is my primary target, and this buy side liquidity, which is my daily target, at least right now. Keep falling, gonna let the fall go without touching the market. Give me a buying opportunity, I'll take that buy. Even if it doesn't work, I'll go for another buying opportunity and I'll wait for the another buying opportunity. I'll go for another buy. Didn't work, two loss, going to stop over here. I'll see. By the way, is the what do you think, guys? Like, is it going to go higher? Is it going to fall? Like, it will keep falling like this way. What do you think? Like, YM is extremely bullish, guys. I mean, look at this YM. This is extremely bullish. Oh man, why this market is not correlated? YM is shooting up insane. Yeah, Julia, absolutely, brother. I mean, it's just why they are not correlated? They are the correlated market. Why they don't work together? So yeah, they're working separately. Why is that? On CS Tech previous week low, hopefully we get a nice buy opportunity. So you think that this will take the previous oh man, previous week low is too far, right? Let me see actually. Not too far. It's very near actually. Let me mark the line. It's not too far. Yeah, let's see, brother, if it can take that previous week low or not. I think the previous week low is very near, but it failed to take it. Why they're different? ESU 2026, ESU 2026. Yeah, they're the same. I don't know why it's not transferring it. I think it's very near. This is the previous week low for yes. Okay. So yeah, it's very near. Let's hope for the best, and I think it will go for that. No buying opportunity, no buy. Any kind of buying opportunity, I'll simply go for it. I don't care if yes has taken that low or not, or I mean, if anything is happening, I don't care. So it has closed the regular trading or opening gap 100% and reacting from there. So far, okay, it is reacting. this gap, I don't have any value. Some of you can think this is gonna be a bearish, I mean inverse gap. Of course, it can work like that way, but I'm not interested to use this gap as my inverse gap. It was a logical area actually, but I'm not interested to enter from here. Or should I try? Your T to T code didn't work when I got the 49 plan. I have always used your code. Thank you so much, ACP Deshi, but it should work. I don't know why it didn't work. And if you're thinking about to buy from this gap, I'm not thinking, to be honest. C of the daily BC is around 28,400. If it breaks it, we might see more move lower. Otherwise, it could start moving higher for now. Yeah, I think it is starting. It has started to move higher. However, guys, I found a bullish market structure shift already. I'm just interested to see if it can build a bullish order block. Just not interested to enter from this gap. There's a very small gap. Just not interested to enter from this gap. I'll just see if it can build a bullish order block so that I can take a buy. It closed the opening gap 100%. Okay, exactly over here. Then gave me the bullish market structure shift. And I'm afraid that I'm going to miss the trade. Well, I'll miss the trade, man. Sacrifice is good. Always sacrifice is good. Not going to enter over here. Okay, from this fair value gap, not going to enter. Instead of that, I will just simply wait for maybe a order block, maybe a bullish order block, I guess. Yeah, if it build a bullish order block, maybe I'll try the buy. Otherwise, I'm not interested to enter from this gap. This was good trade actually. I'm just thinking I'm going to miss the trade. Should I enter, guys? Of course, I'm not going to put my stop loss over there. I'll maybe put my stop loss just below this gap over here. Should I enter or should I wait? I'm waiting for the time and the BC from to form first. Okay, so you're waiting. Issue with trade of it. There should not be any issue, by the way. I'm just confused. Okay, the setup was good. Man, maybe I'm going to miss the trade. Okay, I'm gonna sacrifice the trade. Okay, not going to enter over here. The setup was good, really. Uh, the entry also like 38 handle, a bit bigger, but still that is valid. Yeah, I'm gonna sacrifice the trade. Not going to take it. You guys can enter, okay, if you want. Let's wait, brother. Yeah, I'm going to wait, man. Wait for macros. Yeah, I'm going to wait, but I think I'll miss the trade. Good morning, Uchuk. Thanks for the penguin, brother. I love the penguin. I'm getting maintenance. How can I check, brother? I mean, sister, without pushing the button? How do you know that it's maintenance? Maintaining, I mean, maintenance break or something like that. Wait for water block, brother. Yeah, I have already found the water block, even though it's not a good water block, but still that is a water block. Not a good. And see this candle. This is the water block. It's not the best water block, so of course I can always let this go. Like over here, this candle. Close here. Tap to the water block. Let's see if it can come to this last gap over here. However, guys, I'm going to sacrifice this trade, but if I were in this trade, I would have an opportunity to take the partial already. You see here, 44 handle already has been provided. My risk was 38 handle. So I would have already taken some partial over here. And maybe I would hold the trade until this gap over here, which is aligned with this first bearish gap. Here, a small gap as the first bullish gap as well. But I'm just going to sacrifice the trade, not going to enter over here. I'm just a bit confused and maybe I'll miss the trade. And I'm cool with that, guys. By the way, this is not my order block. Okay, this is not some kind of beautiful order block. Market is respecting it. I agree with that. Market doesn't need to follow my rules, but I really don't like to use this type of candle as my order block. They're like a small body, long wick. If it was a bit beautiful order block, maybe I would try a buy from this order block. But as it is not a good order block, I'm just going to sacrifice the trade. The setup was really so good. I agree with you. I was fear to entering over here. So I'm missing this trade. Cool, man. But my plan, what did you see? The plan was a perfect plan over there. Everything was perfect. Where did it came? Exactly closed that regular trading hour opening gap, give you the market structure shift, fair value gap, tap to this fair value gap, order block, tap to this order block, reaching for this last fair value gap over here. That should be the trading to be closed exactly to the low over here. Or you have to take some partial and you have to hold the trade until that area. I'm just going to sacrifice this trade. Okay, not going to take it. It's okay. Can't log into TradeAway from trading view. TradeAway maintenance. Okay. Okay, man. Okay. Even if I wanted to enter here, I wouldn't be able to enter because the TradeAway is maintenance. Okay. So that's the good news. Okay. I didn't come on, man. I didn't miss the trade actually. The TradeAway was in maintenance. I actually pushed the button just to make sure that it is really working or not. So it's actually maintenance. So we have nothing to do. But I think you guys got the opportunity, right? The point. Remember what did I say? Just try to remember that. What did I say? Two type of opportunity I'm going to enter over here. Okay, market was around that. I told if it come here, I will start to look for sell for the sell side liquidity. More importantly, I will see if it can come until this line around here. Okay, very random line by the way. If it can come over here, if it come here, I'll look for sell. Now, if it doesn't happen and market maybe come here and then fall, I don't give a shit about that fall. I'm not going to enter to that fall. If it doesn't do that, instead of that, keep going higher, take this buy side liquidity. I'm also not going to enter into that trade. The second case of scenario, market will first fall without tapping to this gap. It will first fall, best to come here. That is the best. And then give me a buy. I'll look for that buy for this buy side liquidity over here. So what happened in the market from 1 minute chart? First market fall. Okay. So around 9:30 market first fall. Take the sell side liquidity, give me the setup, and started to go higher. So that is the trade I should enter. I really don't know why I was so much confused about that. I really don't get this much confused, but today I was really so confused because it's Friday. I have blown a lot of account on Friday, lot of account, a lot of account I have blown on Friday. I don't know. I'll be able to show you the accounts or not. Oh man, that was 128 handle. Still the okay, guys. When the maintenance break is done, let me know that. Okay. Yeah, man. That was the entry we are talking about from the beginning. That was the entry, man. A beautiful 22 buy model. Like all of them are the funded account. Yeah, I just did like made the funded, just broke it. Yeah, this one just I built because one guy challenged me. I think it was a story, if I'm not mistaken. So just that payout. Otherwise, like all of this funded account and most of them I blew on Friday. Most of them I blew on Friday, except this one because that was the day where I made like nearly $1,000. Then I blew it by saying that I'm going to blow it, and I shared everything by the screenshot to our Discord group because I wanted to blow it. So like all of this funded account. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Almost 10 funded account. Can't wait for my first payout. Go slowly. That is the only way you will be able to get the payout. I mean, I'm not able to show you the last account, but there was I have shown you like when you are in loss, small loss, and you know that you can mitigate that loss by tomorrow. You think like that way. For example, out of 2K, your maximum loss is 2K and you already got 1800 loss. I mean, don't need to keep that account. Okay. It's kind of a headache. So just blow that account. Try huge leverage. And if you can pass it, good. If you can't pass it, just simply let it go. Otherwise, if it is a small loss, 300, $200 loss, then walk away. Just walk away in front of the chart. Just say, I don't care, man. It's a loss. It's the part of this game. So I don't care. The first bearish gap, the first bullish gap over here. Okay, the first bearish gap after 9:30, the first bullish gap. I'm watching them. By the way, if the trade of it is okay again, please let me know, guys. It's a great advice also from your community members in Discord. Thank you so much, Trader Cubs. Where are you from, brother? Guys, please don't forget to push the like button. However, guys, I would love to talk about this legends trading as well a bit. If any of you are interested about this platform, I have found it a really good, and in Trustpilot it has a good rating actually. So you guys can try it. Okay, you can check it actually. Uh, it should be 60% over here. Okay, perfect. They have like two things. First is how to say that, apprentice or something like that, and they have the elite. The elite is you don't have to pay any kind of activation fees. So like 50K elite is gonna cost you like you are going to get 60% discount out of $151. How much it is going to be? I don't think so. It's $105. 151 minus 60%. Yeah, it's gonna cost you like, oh no, actually the BOGO is running with the apprentice account. Okay, so this is only valid for the apprentice for this one, the BOGO. But elite is gonna cost you like $105. It's not gonna, you don't need to pay any sort of activation fees for that. But I'm actually interested to talk about this apprentice over here. So they have the BOGO. If you buy two code, I mean two account, that's gonna every single account is gonna cost $23. You will get one account for free. Okay, but you have to pay an activation fees. That is the bad thing over here. But they have currently this opportunity, this legends trading. You guys can try it if you're really interested. Use the code to wizard. You can you can check it out. Okay, so everything you can check it out over there by going to their platform. I find it out. It's good actually, and their reputation is also good. So you guys can check it out. Okay, legends trading. Okay, so minor buy side is taken. This is the extreme buy side, and market came to this bearish gap. Remember the bearish gap from 15-minute chart? This is that bearish gap. I'm watching if it can give me some kind of reaction over here. I need some reaction from there. So what is I'm going to do over here? Going to mark the low and the high. I will wait for this market to fall for any of this line. So I will think if it can fall. Any sort of selling opportunity from there, I'll try to take that sell as well. However, guys, is the trade weight working right now? I'll mark it later actually if it start to fall. Otherwise, if it keep going higher and take this buy side liquidity, I will have nothing to do because I already missed the opportunity at the beginning of the run. I didn't take it, and there was a maintenance break, by the way. You're from Chicago. Is there anyone from Chicago as well? Brubs. Good morning, Jamie. Tradewit has been working for directly from its platform. Okay, so if you want to enter, you can enter from the Tradewit, not from the trading view. Actually, let me try one more time. I really don't know it. Okay, it's still maintenance. Still, it's maintenance. No rush then. I frequently miss reversal when journaling the last trade loss. So you're doing the journal as well. Guys, is there anyone who is doing the journal as well? It is very important to have some journal when you are actually at the beginning stage of trading. Every single great traders had the journal. Every single great traders in history, they have done the journal, a lot of journal. Without journaling, without journaling your trade, I don't know where you are going to end up, but you're not going to end up with somewhere good. That's for sure. So please make sure you have to you're doing some journaling. Oh man, That was a huge run. Why I was so confused today is I think it's because Friday I was that's why I was confused to go for a trade. I'm not saying that I was able to push the button because there was a maintenance break. That's cool. But I was really afraid to push the button from this gap after even seeing this beautiful bull model. And the stop loss also like not too small, but at least good. So that could be the target here, the extreme target. Man, that was a good trade. But why I was so afraid today? I don't know. Let's see. Sometimes being afraid is good. I think so. No, and I can use tradeaway platforms so confusing. I will wait actually. I'm not going to enter over here. That's for sure. Even if it take that buy side liquidity, which is the from 15-minute chart. Remember the from 15-minute chart, the buy side liquidity over here. I don't care, man. I'm not going to enter over here. So tap to the 50-minute last gap. Let me actually mark that last gap instead of this gap, which is below the buy side liquidity. Remember, guys, about this gap 99.99%, 99.99%, this gap has given you the reaction, which is just below the buy side liquidity. 99.99% you will get the reaction from this gap. If you don't believe me, you do the journal, you'll find it good. You will find it out. 99.99% you will get the reaction from this last gap, which is just below the liquidity. So in this type of scenario, I actually I talk about the scalping. Do some scalping. Something like I didn't trade the gap, so I can't use it as a bearish order block. I'm going to remove this sell side liquid. I don't need that anymore. And I'm gonna see the low and the high. Same expectation, 50%, 6 on 8 level, and then go for this buy side liquidity. Reaction from this last gap will send the market until this line at least. Doesn't need to come over here, but it will at least come here or here, then go higher. That is my expectation. I can't use this candle as my bearish order block because you see here, this candle didn't trade this last gap. So still, this is not the bearish order block. I can't use it as my bearish order block. So even if it could close below this, I wouldn't be able to take the sell from this gap. Some kind of reaction is expecting from this area, and that is called the scalping. So if it do that, give you the opportunity, some kind of reaction the model, sell model, you will go for that until 50% or 6 on 8 level. If it doesn't give it to you and keep going higher, you have to let this go. So you will expect some reaction from here, and you will also wait for the model over there. Best is the order block over here. The best model is order block over here. So for example, right now I found the order block. If it close below this candle, this is a valid order block and one of the best order block until the 50% or the 6 on 8 level. I just don't know which one is the more important. However, I'm not going to take any trade, buy at least. This is the buy side. And if it doesn't give you the reaction and keep going higher, let the market go. Don't touch it. First rules, don't touch it. That is the first rules. If you touch it, you are gambling. You are chasing the market. Don't chase the market. You have to enter over here. If you fail to enter over here, you have to wait for the retracement to re-enter over there. If you don't get the re-entry opportunity, simply let the market go. Don't touch it. This is like fire, okay? Don't try to touch the fire. It will burn you for sure. I was hoping for retrace. Yeah, if there was no retracement, there is no trading. I have been journaling a long time. Yeah, Jamil, I believe that it is helping you a lot. What a run, damn. Agreed. Made me realize things you do not notice in the moment. It etc. helps break and bad habits along with advice from experienced traders. Absolutely, brother. You have to do the journal. What a run, man. Yeah, I created a private Discord channel for me and using it to keep trading journal and other ICT study notes. Good idea, brother. This is really an innovative idea. I mean, trading. You have a Discord channel, like private channel, and you're doing everything over there. It will be over there like forever. This is a really good idea. So you don't need to think about to lose that documents or anything, as long as you don't forget the password. That's a good idea, brother. Yes, I'm doing my journal. Okay, Jamie, you are also doing that. Oh man, I can see that some of you are actually doing the journal. Yeah, a lot of us actually don't do the journal. When I started at the beginning, I never did the journal. And I was thinking like, oh man, this is bullshit. It doesn't have any value. So I spent a lot of time without journaling. And I was never been able to read the market because I would never notice anything if I wouldn't do the journal. When you will start to do the journal, you will see a lot of new things over there and you'll discover a lot of things and then you will go, someone who actually has an idea about the market, you'll discuss that idea with him or her, and then you will find out something good out of that journaling. This is how you should improve. Hey pillars, you also do the journal. Who else actually do the journal? I like that, Suzivan. I just use an Excel sheet, but I heard TradeZilla is very good. Mhm. I have no idea about the TradeZilla. What a beautiful A plus setup, brother. Yeah, man, that was a really beautiful setup. Unfortunately, I really don't know why I was afraid today. I never been afraid. Okay, you are watching me for so long time. Like you guys really watching me so long time. As long as the stop loss is under my control, I really don't care about that. I just go for the trade. But today, I was really so afraid to go for a trade from there. I don't know why. Something bad happened to me. I think I have to work more on Friday because Friday, when I heard about Friday, it already make me very afraid. Okay, I don't know. Friday is very bad day for me. Yesterday, I used the last parabolic of my trade and it worked perfectly. Congratulations, Jamie, for that boom, brother. Yesterday was a big day. I mean, it was a disaster price action around the morning session. To be honest, even though like end up with $1,200 after that stream I closed, then I just go for the trade. Have every single trade actually worked yesterday, but it was a disaster price action. So luckily, I built the $1,200 over there, and I had nothing to do around the PM session. So I thought that okay, let's go for the funded account. Let's see if I can make some money over there. And finally, I have made like $1,156 with the funded account as well. It was really an awesome. By the way, guys, if any of you are interested about lucid trading, I love lucid trading because they have fastest payout and easy to journal. Or everything is really so good. Okay, it's too fast. That is the main thing, and it is really easy to go to the live account. If you get five payout from one account, you are going to transfer it to live account, and in live account you have the freedom. You don't need to worry about anything else when you are in live account. You have to just make $50, $100, $200, $500, $1,000, and you have to just get the payout every single day. Please use the code T2 Wizard for Lucid Trading. Only for Apex, the code is T2T. All other platform, I'm going to use the code T2 Wizard. I had the code T2 Wizard on Apex as well, but I was in Portugal, so there was some messed up. Now I'm in Bangladesh. I can't use their website, so there was some problem. I was not able to log in over there. Then actually, Tamim helped me out. 28,825 is exact London high. 28,825. I think it has been taken already. Yeah, it has already been taken. The last cap is also broken. It doesn't have any value anymore. Okay. There was no reaction. Market is extremely bullish. Don't try to enter over here. This is very crucial. Don't enter over here. Here to here. I'm going to mark last gap and the entry gap. Gonna extend it to my right. Any kind of selling opportunity from there is a valid sell until the 50% of this dealing range, high and the low. The dealing range 50%. Any short of selling opportunity from here until the 50% of this dealing range is valid. I highly appreciate if it can trade the red line, which is the regular trading or opening gap from today. So guys, this is really so awesome. I never expect this type of precise things. Okay, this was really so awesome. And I'll show you that level one more time. If you go to your regular trading hour, and if you come here, you see this candle. This is the closing of a regular trading hour opening gap around 440, around 414. Okay, and the next day opening was here. That is the opening. This is the regular trading hour opening gap. Later, market has traded the regular trading hour opening gap. So still this portion of this gap was open from here to here. This portion was open. So today, I was interested to see if it can fill this gap 100%. And it actually did it. Just look at this. Fill that gap 100%, then reverse from there. That was really so precise. Now it is trading this gap. Any short of sell until the 50% is an high probable selling opportunity. Guys, if the trade of it is working, please let me know that. I found the order block. This is a valid order block, by the way. Bit risky because the stop loss is gonna be too much. So if it close below this order block, that is a valid trade from this order block. If it close, okay. If it doesn't close, of course, it's not gonna be a valid order block. So from there, stop loss has to be above this order block, which is nearly impossible for me to put because it is 60 handle. Well, I can do mark that order block quadrant level and just going to cover the upper quadrant. It's still that is 45 handle. So I can put it here, which is 36 handle. That is the good area, 33 handle. I don't know the trade of it is working or not. I'm gonna take this trade. Of course, I'll take the partial around 1:1. Okay. Remember, the body didn't close below this line. No order block is valid. 1, 2, 3, 4. By the next candle, it has to close below this order block. Is trade of it working? Okay, I already okay, it's still maintenance. If it was not maintaining, then this could be my partial. L- That could be the first partial. I'm just watching, okay? This is going to be the first partial. Then this is going to be the second partial over here. And then I would try to hold the trade as long as it is going to fall. Okay, it would stop me out actually because I covered just the min threshold of this order block. So it didn't actually work. No worries. So trade weight maintenance actually helped me to survive over here. Didn't fall. So not going to keep them over here. Only thing remember, guys, as long as this high is not taken, this is a valid order block. I just can't put my stop loss above this high, which is nearly 60 handle, I guess, because the 60 handle stop loss I'm not interested to put. So I would cover the mean threshold. If it worked with that, good. If it doesn't, I'll just simply got stopped out and we'll wait for the re-entry opportunity. For example, one body has closed, next body has closed below this min threshold and then closed below this order block. I'm interested to enter over here again. I actually love to trade like this. Otherwise, it will keep going higher. Take this high. I will have no other opportunity to enter over there. That's all. Same logic will be applied as long as it's not going to break this zone. So this order block is not valid anymore because it has taken that high. So it's going to trade the 50% of the regular trading or opening gap. And I'm actually more interested to mark the 50-minute last gap instead of the 15-minute entry and last gap. So I'm gonna keep the last gap only from the 15-minute chart. Yeah, that is the 50-minute last gap, but it doesn't need to reach over there, to be honest. The 50% is more than good. Actually, let me log into my trade of it. I don't know how long the maintenance will be there. So I'll try to enter from here. Mm, if I push the button, is it's going to take take me, or I have to confirm it? I never trade from here, by the way, guys. So I'll wait from here, and then I'll execute the trade to my trade of it. I'm also watching the 22 YT model. If it built the 22 YT model, like market fall, shift the low, then I'll look for that sell as well. Otherwise, right now, the order block is not valid anymore. We'll see. I'm not thinking about a long-term fall, guys. Remember, not thinking about long-term fall. I just need a retracement. That's all. After the retracement I got, I'll start to look for buy again. It's a good thing actually. I can watch the 15-second chart over here. But how can I go for the 15-second? Yes, second, 14, 15. This is disaster. 15-second 22 YT model is also kind of good thing. I'm just waiting. Any kind of selling opportunity right now is a valid sell for me. No buy is valid to me. Only sell. I'm only interested about sell. Daily support touch, then beautiful price action comes. Absolutely, brother. Tito question. What is the question, brother? I will see that later. Okay. I'm just watching if it really can give me a selling opportunity over here. Okay. In the meantime, I can try. This is the only order block. Uh 30th June 2026. This is the only order block I have over here. Okay. Trade of it is working now. We are in a for our bearish cap. Any kind of sell right now, I'm interested to take that sell. I think I could enter from this 22 YT model from the 15-second chart. Better wait for the 1 minute chart to build the order. I mean, build the beautiful setup, because from 15-second chart it's not looking so good. And there is one other thing: market didn't touch the 50% and didn't trade the 50-minute last gap. That is also something I should keep that in my mind. So better wait for the market to trade either the 50% or the last parallel gap. Then maybe I will find some sort of selling opportunity. I guess this is the best thing to do. Yeah, I think that is the best thing to do. But is this working? The trade of it is working right now, guys? Working now. Okay, it is working now. Okay. One trade of it, click at any local, and after that choose your entry and kind of entry. Okay. I think I'm able to take the entry from the trade of it right now. I will wait for the 1 minute chart to build the order, I mean build the setup, then I'll enter to the trade. 99.99% buy side has been cleared. But only thing is missing, market didn't trade the regular trading or opening gap 50%. That is the only thing is not good, okay, over here. After that big run, a small consolidation is also good. I'm only interested to take a sell right now until either this line or until that line, any of this area. I'm interested to take the sell. Again, I'm not interested to hold the trade until here. Of course, I will take the partial, then I will take some partial below this low if I find the opportunity. And then I will hold my trade until this zone area, this area. First bearish cap, first bullish cap until that area. I'll try to hold it until that area with the including 50% zone, retracement zone. Okay, 15-second chart is consolidating, but there was a beautiful setup, guys. Like I don't know how to stress the chart because it's not working. But this market structure shift, fair value gap, it can fall. Okay, I will wait for the 1 minute chart to confirm, then I'll go for the trade. High time frame point of interest is right now trading. There is a 15-minute entry gap, so it's not a random level. That means okay. From the hourly chart, also I have a bearish gap around that area from the hourly chart. From the 15-minute chart, see this gap over here, which is the entry gap, absolutely a valid gap to fall. But it would be awesome if it could come until the last gap or at least trade the 50% of the regular trading or opening gap. That could be the best case of scenario. Yeah, that could be the best case of scenario. Yeah, it didn't trade the 50% yet. Okay, now it has traded. I'm going to remove this line because a lot of lines over here. Now it has traded the 50% zone. Any kind of fall right now is a valid trade, high probable sell for me. Any kind of sell setup right now, it's a high probable selling opportunity without any kind of confusion. It would be awesome if it could trade this gap. It doesn't need to do that, but it would be awesome. If you want to take the buy, please go for it because this is extremely bullish market right now, but I need the retracement. The retracement should happen before keep going higher. So I will try to find out a bear opportunity at first, then I'll go for the buy opportunity again. No trade, no setup, no trade. Plan your trade, then trade your plan. However, guys, did you find any trading opportunity over here? Daily support touch. Okay, Jamil on trade of it. Okay, I did you. Thanks for the sharing, brother. I'm done for today. Most welcome. You're always welcome, brother. Let's see. All I'm not going to do, I'm not going to chase the market. I'm not going to take the buy here. Yeah, I can sacrifice the sell because sell is not my bias. I can sacrifice the sell, but I'm not able to take the buy here. Mm, 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 mm. I wish there will be no load shedding right now. Because if it is the load shedding, then I'm gonna cry, man, because the setup is about to create is going to create. Remember, this is not a random level. First of all, this is the 50% of the regular trading or opening gap. I have the hourly bearish gap. I have the 50-minute bearish gap. I would say this is gonna be the awesome thing. If it could trade this 50-minute last gap, that would be awesome. I don't need that. If I get this market structure shift with a fair value gap, I'm gonna take the sell. Otherwise, I'll keep waiting for this market to build the sell setup. Maybe it will come here at first, then build the sell setup. I'll take that sell. Any sort of sell right now is valid to me. Only buy, I'm not interested. After building the sell setup, if it stop me out, I'm also cool with that. But I'm gonna take only sell here. No buy is valid to me. Okay. I need the market structure shift. Come on, market. Show some respect. Displacement is obvious here. Come on. Come on. Don't build the liquidity. I don't think so I'll be able, even if there is a fall, I'll be able to take that sell rep because the way it is trading here, it's not good. It's a sign of consolidation. Yeah, I got the market structure shift, but what is my fair value gap? Okay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take the sell from this inverse gap. If it close below this, if it doesn't close, there is nothing to worry about that. I mean, I'm not going to enter. That's all. If there is a gap, I'm already in a trade. If there is a gap, because I got the market structure sheet, but unfortunately there is no gap. So I'm not able to enter from the 22 YT model, but I'll see if it can build some sort of uh, inverse gap so that I can enter. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just don't know it will take me or not. Come on. Okay, I'm in. Buy limit. Going to take a partial around 1:1, which is okay. I'm going to take the partial actually around 35 handle, which is below this low. Okay, not 1:1. It's like a bit more than 1:1. I'll try to take the second partial over here, and then I'll try to hold the trade. Okay. So first partial is done. Should put my stop loss to the break even, but not going to put my stop loss to the break even. Instead of that, just going to cover that inverse gap. Just that inverse gap over here. Okay. And I'll try to hold this trade until this low over here. 46 handle, 48 handle. Actually, I'll put my stop loss to the break even. 50 handle, 50 handle, 50 handle. I'll put my stop loss to the break even. That's good. Yeah, if it stop me out to the break even, I'm cool with that. This is the logic, right? We should take the partial around 1:1 and we should put the stop loss to the break even. That's all. The second partial level is 100 handle, something like that. Market is right now it's trading this down close, body close candles. They're also a bullish order block with this gap, not a beautiful order block, which is called the middle order block. So let's see. I'm gonna add more if it build a bullish order block with this gap and don't stop me out over here. Like the up close body close candle, then closed below this candle, I'm gonna add more if it doesn't stop me out. Otherwise, I'll get stopped out to the break even. I'm cool with that. Because overall, I'm thinking this market will go higher. Okay, I got stopped out again. Take the partial, got stopped out to the break even. Cool, man. Here is one other thing actually. There is a 15-minute bullish gap that has been traded so far. So does it really would love to go higher again for this last gap? I don't think so. Re-entry is coming. Re-entry is coming. I just don't know I'll be able to put my stop loss or not. Re-entry is coming. This is the 50%. Okay. I'll let you go until that 50%. I still don't have any idea how to enter for a buy setup here because still it is like chasing the market. Yeah, I know that market has cleared some sell side liquidity over here. Now it is moving toward that 50-minute gap, but I still don't have any idea how I can enter over here in a buy setup. Like which model should I use over here to take the buy? They are not valid anymore because it's extremely bullish. Not bad. I'm gonna keep this gap over here. It has traded the 50-minute bullish gap, only bullish gap I have over here. There is that bullish gap. It has traded that. Now can it come over here to this last gap? The time was good, 10:36. Sell is not valid right now. It was a valid sell as long as it was keep falling. But when it is trading the bullish PDRA and some Friday is really disaster, but it is one-sided, even doesn't give any sort of retracement. If it is that type of Friday, difficult to trade, to be honest. Going to mark this one. We'll see if it build a bullish order block as well. Because my expectation, I'm going to take the sell. If it doesn't want it to fall, instead of that, it would love to go higher, then I will wait for the confirmation entry. That means bullish order block, take the entry from the confirmation area. Otherwise, let the market go. We'll wait for this market to come here. Then we'll take the sell from this gap again. Again, I'll start to look for selling opportunity from that area. If it doesn't build any sort of bullish order block with this gap, just be careful because it can be a bit volatile. Man. It's not that much volatile. That's cool, man. 44 handle is good. Brother, I have a question. For example, when I look for a complementary trade, not a reversal trade, are the steps the same as I did for the reversal trade? Or are they like, everything is same except retracement trade, you have to target smaller. Okay, a small target. You should look for the small target. And for the reversal trade, you can take a huge partial. Oh, by the way, I got big. Now I good. So this is the same thing, brother. Just about your partial or target. So if you are thinking about reversal, you can take a huge partial. And if you're thinking just about a retracement, try to make sure partial level your target is very smaller, because retracement is low probability, reversal is high probability. Like here, this is called reversal. I was expecting reversal here. That is an high probability. I can take long partial. But here I'm expecting just a retracement, just a small, reaction. This reaction can happen until this bullish gap from 50-minute chart. Maybe the 50% of this gap, maybe 618 level, maybe to the last fair value gap. I don't know where this market is going to reverse. But reversal, it is going to reverse until the next liquidity level. Remember the liquidity over here? Next liquidity level until that area. So reversal versus reaction. Reaction, expectation should be small. Reversal, expectation is gonna be huge. What is the red line in your chart? That is the regular trading hour opening gap 50%. If you go to your regular trading hour, you will see this is the 50% of the regular trading hour from today. So market is right now trading the 50% of the regular trading hour right now. However, it will go a bit more higher because ES still didn't take the high. This high is not been taken by ES yet. So it is going to be taken. For ES, there will be an opportunity to take a buy, I believe so. I'm not going to say this is a beautiful water block, but according to the logic, this is an water block, even though it is a very small body, but still that is a valid water block, right? According to the water block logic. So something like that. No entry valid for NQ, but this is a valid entry for ES. You have to cover the low of this can gap. Actually, I'm wrong. There is no gap. I thought there is a gap that has been traded this candle, but actually there is no gap. So even if it works, it doesn't matter. All I want to see this high to be taken, because weakest sister has cleared the high. The weakest sister has cleared that. Strongest sister failed to clear that high, so it has to go higher again. Yeah, it has to go higher and take this high. Looks like forming a V shape again, brother. V shape. No, I'm not thinking this is going higher. I am gonna allow this market to reach maximum until this gap. Even I don't need that. But if it reach over here, I'll start to look for another selling opportunity from there. From here, I really don't know what I can use except buying. Okay, so I should only think about a buy over here because of this logic. Because of this logic over here, this is the 50% that has been already traded. Reaction happened already. Now the next target should be this 50-minute last gap. But after reaching over here, I'm only about thinking about sell. Buy is done for me. Even it doesn't need to come over here, but that is more easier to think about a buy because of this logic. And still it should go higher, right? Market has cleared the sell side liquidity here. Market structure shift, fair value gap. If it come to this fair value gap, build a bearish order, bullish order block, a valid buy until this 50-minute last gap. Okay, it is trading this gap. No, it's not. If it doesn't come here and doesn't build a bullish order block, it means I'm going to miss the trade. I thought that ES has an opportunity to take the buy. Actually, I don't have because there is no bullish gap. I can't use any sort of order block logic over here. But eventually, this should go higher and take this buy side liquidity. It has to do that. So let's see if it can build a bullish order block for us. Sell? No, man. I'm done with selling. As long as it's not coming to this 50 minute gap, I'm not interested to take the sell. So I think I'm going to get the order block here. Big question is how much is going to be the stop loss? Hope it will build another down close body close candle over there. And then I'll be able to use this candle as my order block. Yeah, it will be able I'll be able to trade this one, I guess. Remember, order block has been created. I'll take the buy. I'm not interested to take the sell as long as this low is not taken. So if this low is taken, then I'll think about a sell. Otherwise, no sell is valid to me. I'm only interested to think about a buy. Please don't copy my trade. This is the first request for all of you guys. Don't copy my trade. There is a high probability I'll fall into a time distortion because it's 10:44. I'll go for it. It is respecting the 6 on 8 level of this dealing range. Low, high, 6 on 8 level. That is also a good thing. But what is this line? It's not important. Okay. No sell. Here is no sell. For me, okay? I'm not asking about any of you, but for me, there is no sell. Even though this market is trading the hourly bearish gap, the 50% of the regular trading hour opening gap, everything is good. But the sell is not valid. First of all, if it really wanted to fall, it would avoid this gap. It would simply keep falling. As it has been respected over here, I'm not able to take any short of sell as long as this low is not taken. If this low is taken, then I'm gonna get a bearish model. Then I have to wait for retracement, then to take the sell. If this low is not taken, as long as it's not going to be taken, no sell is valid. I'm going to remove it because so far it's not building the order block. So also letting this go. Consolidation, let this go. This low is taken, then I'll think about new sell until the 50%. You know that 50% zone or everything. Because then I'll get the market structure shift here to here. But the problem is it can have an opportunity to until come here. Okay, I'll not wait for that. I'll just go with the small level as my partial. I'm sorry, as my stop loss. One, two, three, four, five. By the five candle, if it close above this candle, I'm gonna take the buy for sure. This is my order block, not this two candle. They're not my change in state of delivery. Anytime I'll see the market closed above this line, I'll think only about the buy. No sell is valid as long as this low is not taken. It could keep falling. If it wanted to do that, it would do that from here. As it didn't do that, I'm not interested to take any sort of sell over here. We'll only look for the buy. So if it close above this line, I'm gonna take the buy only. Okay, so it came back, so I'll look for that within 5 candle. One, two, three, four. This is the fourth number candle, and I'm able to put my stop loss over here. Again, please don't copy my trade. Okay, I'm working with my understanding, but just don't copy. If it close one tick of this line, I'm gonna take this buy. Five, four, three, two. I'm gonna miss this trade. Body didn't close, so I'm not able to take the trade. And I know that in this type of scenario, I miss the trade actually. It closed above the line, but never give me the entry. And I can't chase the market. So I'm going to miss this trade. And I'm helpless over here. I can't enter over here. Simply I have to let this go. Why it is doing that? Look at the run, man. Overnight big run, morning session big run. After the run, it is just simply consolidating. So no need to rush. If you get the opportunity, go for the trade. If you don't get the opportunity, don't go for the trade. This is the last candle to validate as an order block. If it doesn't do that, I'm not able to take any sort of buy from this order block anymore. If this candle doesn't close above this line, which is not going to happen, I believe so, because just 7 seconds left. Sell, not interested. I would look for a sell from this candle if this low has been shifted over here. So I have already got the market structure shift. Then body close below this candle, I would start to look for the sell again. But as long as the intermediate term low is not been shifted, I'm not interested to take any sort of sell over here. Instead of that, I can keep an eye with this candle just to see if it really could make it a bearish order block, consecutive order block instead of that candle. So I can keep an eye over here. But I think it will keep falling right now. Because this low, which is over here, weakest sister has taken this low, but strongest sister failed to take this low. So now at the beginning, it will fall to trade the 50%, and then it will go higher again, come to this area. And I'm about to get the market structure shift. Market doesn't give me anything. I don't take anything. So far, I took one trade, partial break even. It's extremely happy. Okay. I'm not like something like thinking, oh man, I have to take this trade. No, no, something like not like that way. Like $72. Good. It's still not red, right? It's still green. So good. I didn't close my trade actually. It has provided more than 50 handle. I didn't close my trade. I wanted to hold it until the next logical level to take the partial. Looks like forming V-shape. I read your comment. If it inverts that fair value gap, will you bias change? No. My bias is still bullish as long as this low is not taken. If this low is taken, then I'll think about some sort of fall until the 50% of this dealing range. As long as this low is not taken, I'm not even thinking about any sort of sell. Only buy is valid to me. But I really am confused how I can take the buy around that area until this 50-minute last cap, of course. Overall, this is a bullish market right now. So I'm only thinking about buy as long as this ES is not going to take this high. When this high will be taken by ES, I'm done for the buying. Bro, I have a doubt. Please help. Bro, in 25K account, we make $1,000 profit means we can request 500 or need to make more profit to secure drawdown. Which prop firm you are talking about, brother? So I'm about to get the market structure shift because if this low is shifted, I'll think about only sell. Yeah, I got the market structure shift. So I'll start to think about only sell if there is a gap. I don't see any gap, by the way. I don't see any gap. Okay. So I can't even think about a sell right now. Difficult. It's not bullish. It's not bearish. Simply consolidating sideways. Buy is more valid, more beautiful rather than taking sell. I'm just seeing if it can trade any sort of bearish PDRA. Is the gap so far I can keep on my chart. Yeah, I got the market structure shift, but there is no fair value gap. And it's contradictory because ES has to go higher. 10:53 time distortion. Good. I will wait for 11. Which from Lucid Flex? Okay, in Lucid Flex, if you're trading 25K account, you have to make $1,600 at least to request a $500 payout. You have to make 1,600. Yeah, 1,100 is gonna be your, like drawdown, and then 500, that means 1,600. 1600. If you can make 1,600, you'll be able to request $500 payout. Yeah, brother, I have already got the market structure shift, but the problem is there is no fair value gap. So I'm not able to enter over here, unfortunately. If this candle could shift the market, I would be enter here from this candle. See this candle? I'm already in a trade with this candle. If this candle could shift the market, as it didn't do that, I'm not able to take the sell over here. So I'm not going to take the sell, unfortunately. And I'm going to let this run go without taking any trade. And when it will reach until a certain level, I'll start to look for buy again. Yeah, maybe it will come here, maybe it will come here. I'll start to look for buy again from there. Or if it work with the 50% of this gap, I will start to look for buy from there. But I highly appreciate if it can come until the 50%. That is the best case of scenario, to be honest. So here I'm on. I have to look for. I mean, sell, but there is no selling opportunity. And buy right now, no buy is valid as long as this high is not going to be shifted. Tough market. Simply consolidating over here. This is typical Friday price action. End of this session, I'm gonna lock out my account, okay, in front of all of you, because I have blown more account on Friday, more and more account. So within 35 minutes, if I don't find any other trade, I'm gonna lock down my account, and I wanna be safe, man. Friday is the mental capital preservation day, so I wanna be safe. I wanna be safe side. On the PM session, there will be so beautiful trade. I don't give a shit. Hi Titu, what about take profit trader 25K account once you pass? So what's next? You have to make the buffer and then you will be able to request the payout. So I think for the take profit trader is also same. You have to make at least $1,350 to request $250 payout because their minimum payout request gonna be $250 if I'm not mistaken. Guys, I wanna show you about the Apex one more time. We have the World Cup final offer from the Apex. $49 is gonna cost you everything. Okay, no activation fees, no monthly fees, or nothing. $49 all. It is for 50K intraday account. Only for 50K intraday account, it's gonna cost $49. Use the code T2T, you'll get that offer. However, there is another offer is running on which is 90% off. It is valid for every single account, okay? 25, 50, 100, 150, 300K account, all the account, you are going to get 90% discount. I'm just going to give you the example of 50K account. It will cost you $19.90 one account. If you would love to buy 5 account altogether, you can do that as well. They have that offer because Apex is the only platform they are going to allow you to trade 20 account altogether. So whatever you will buy, it will give you like 90% discount. One account is gonna cost you $19, and there is an activation fees which is $59. If you go for the 90% discount, okay, it's gonna cost you like overall 79. But at the beginning, if you're not confident to pass the account in that type of scenario, you can just go for the 90% off account because it's gonna cost you a very small amount of money. This is the two account which is running one right now. Please make sure you have used the code T2T. This is a pure consolidation. I don't want to fall into this consolidation zone. I'm not able to take the sales. I'm watching the market. I'm watching the dancing over here. Guys, I really would love to ask you a question. How was the reading price action at the beginning? How was it? I don't give a shit about anything else. I'm more interested about until this buy side liquidity. Okay, until this buy side liquidity. Exactly from the beginning, how was the reading price action? Have I already explained you? Okay, so please let me know that. Did you get impressed? Impressed? Did you get impressed by that? I don't know what about okay. Isn't asking people to use your code to profit from against your religion? I don't think so. It's not about the religious thing. There is no relationship with the religious thing. I think so. Yeah. What is wrong with that? If you wanna use the code, what is wrong with that? I don't think so. It's related with the religion. Ah, man, what can I use over here? Okay, I'm still watching this market to fall until here. Remember, I got the market structure sheet. There is no fair value gap. I'm not able to take the sell, so I'm letting the fall go until the 50% or the 6 on 8 level. Then I'll start to look for buy again. Even if it doesn't fall until the 50%, at least this low need to be taken. I highly appreciate if it can take this low. Then start to go higher. Any sort of bullish 22 IT model is a valid trade for me right now to take a buy. Today so far I just took one trade and that is just one partial and break even. So nothing great actually. That was like maintenance break and I was really I have no word to say around that area. No, you can't use the leverage. I can trade. You know, trading is halal. Trading is not haram. You can trade. That's why I'm teaching it. If it was haram, I would never be here. I'm not teaching actually, I'm sharing my knowledge. However, it's not haram. Trading is not haram. Haram is using leverage. Leverage is haram in any way. It's not about the trading leverage. It's about the leverage in your real life, leverage from a bank, the from everywhere. Leverage is haram. It's not about buy and sell and making money. Did you remember what did I say? This law will be shifted, sell is valid until the 50%. And when it will come to this area, I'll start to look for buy again. Not importantly here, maybe it will come here, then I'll start to look for buy again. But there should be some sort of buying opportunity. I think so. But the problem is I don't have the buy side liquidity. Do I have any? No, I don't have any. What the market came to the 50% of the regular trading or opening gap and the 15-minute entry fair value gap. I just removed it from my chart, but I told that it doesn't need to trade here. If you trade, that's good. But any sort of selling opportunity from here is an highly high probable selling opportunity. So now I'm interested to see the retracement until maybe the order block from 15-minute and daily chart, two time frame order block. So when it will come to this order block, which is also the 50% of this dealing dance, then it will start to go higher. I'll think about that buy. But the $1 million question is, where do I think this market will go? Because I don't have any buy side liquidity right now. Where do I think this market will go? I don't have any buy side. Hmm. Okay, this low is taken. So I hope for the best. Maybe market will fail to reach over here and it will go higher because that is the only thing I can do right now. I have to wait for the buy right now. So I think it will happen before the 10, 11:30. Let's see. Otherwise, I have to wait for this market to trade that red line, 6 on 8 level. Then I'll start to think about a buy, which is tough for me to wait without doing anything. This is the hourly chart. This look at this candle, okay? This candle came until this blue line. Remember what is that blue line? Until that blue line. Then closed here. Then the next candle open, trade until this red line. Remember what is that red line? And then closed over here. This is the hourly candle. If I go to the 4 hour chart, I think I'll see more beautiful things. Yeah, this come until this area and then rejecting from there. Good. 15-minute chart. So far the bullish PDR is respecting, bearish PDR is respecting. The question is, I don't have any sell side, I don't have any buy side, but I only want to take the buy, not the sell. Too risky but good setup today. Yeah, absolutely, brother. Risky but good setup. Just realized bought the wrong account. Which prop from Dora? Which prop from? Oh, Apex. Just pass them and let them go, man. Just pass them and let them go. I want to share the Legends trading. Oh man, I have to verify it. You guys can just take a look over here, okay? If you click on that, it will provide you here. Guys, just take a look over there. I think this is a really good platform and they have the BOGO, so it's not bad, that bad. Watching if it can fall here, then buy again. Just remember, it left the unfinished business. Take SMT. It has to correct it. This is the buy side liquidity, real buy side liquidity. So it has to come for to take this buy side liquidity. I highly appreciate if it can fall until this 50%. However, guys, who is thinking that the winner of World Cup 2026, who is going to win the World Cup from 2026? While we are waiting for a setup, I'm just watching both of this chart because if it provide me the buying opportunity, I'm gonna take the buy from this ES today because here is a bullish cap that is trading from the ES. So I'll simply take the buy from ES. I'm watching the both of this chart. Whoever is going to give me the buying opportunity, I'm gonna take that buy. If this high is going to be shifted, I'm gonna take the buy from any sort of bullish fair value gap, even if it doesn't reach over here. Okay, FIFA is going to win the World Cup. I think so. I'm waiting for a buy too. Okay, Jamie, we are waiting for a buy. Uchuk, Spain. Okay. Oh, Uchuk, what is your which team actually you like most? What is your favorite team, man? Pillarates. I also asking you, brother, the same question. What is your favorite team? Lilin, Spain. Honor, Spain, of course. Okay. Jamie, Argentina. The goat of football will win again. Good. Yeah, okay. So you are a fan of Argentina, don't you? That's cool. Argentina will lose this time. Why do you think like that, Suzivan? By the way, what is your favorite team as well, brother? My favorite is Brazil and Portugal. Come on, man. Come, let's hug because everyone in the World Cup is just expecting it to win. Okay, so you are asking about. I mean, you're talking about the gambling. Mm, not bad. Oh man, there is no gap. There is no gap. Should I use that? Market structure shift, fair value gap, trade the fair value gap, order block, never been traded, no unfilled gap. So I can't use the breaker block. But I'm feeling that this market will go higher. So should I, what can I do over here? Oh man. Ah, why I'm falling into this trap today? Why I'm falling into the trap today? Okay. Uh no. Hmm, what can I do? One time I was thinking about to take the entry from the inverse gap, but I didn't take the decision because it is also respecting the 50%. Why is this so confusing price action today? How long I have to wait? Do you have any plan, guys? And France. Okay, France is also your favorite. No, I don't like France, unfortunately. As a football team, I don't like it. Brazil, my favorite. It's all about gambling. Imagine how many people are betting for Argentina to win. Yeah, it's true. Like a lot of people are betting for Argentina to win. Spain has a strong team. I really like uh, how they are so accurate passing the ball. Yeah, Spain is good, not bad. They're also a World Cup winner in 2010, if I'm not mistaken. For breaker 953 gap must be filled. I don't see any breaker block, unfortunately, Rulchuk. Word block is not valid. I can't take the word block entry over here. I don't see any word block, by the way. I need to take a buy. Okay, guys. What I am going to do, I'm going to start from the beginning. It has cleared the sell side liquidity. Trade that bullish gap from the daily chart. Okay, so this is done. It doesn't need to fall again, at least not today. That is the first thing. Okay, perfect. The second thing is, if the market really would love to leave this gap open, it can't close above the 50% of this daily candle. That is also good. What kind of PDR I can use over here? Nothing from the daily chart. I have only the buy side liquidity left from the daily chart, right? So I have this buy side liquidity, which is the all-time high as well. So only the buy side is left over here. According to the logic, clear that low. If this gap is broken, market will go for this buy side liquidity. If this gap is not broken or market leave this gap open, it will keep falling for the 50% of the dealing range. That is the logic. Okay. So from the daily chart, today's candle, how should it close? It should close around the 50% of this whole dealing range. So what I'm going to do, mark the high and the low going for the 50%. Gonna keep a line over there. Okay. So that is the line. That should be the line for today's target. Let's see what is happening in 4-hour chart. In 4-hour chart, this is messy. I don't need to look for that. It is right now trading this bearish gap. Do I have any valid logic for this gap to be traded? No. Have this buy side liquidity here. It is here. Even if this market really would love to keep falling, it should retrace at least until the 50%, which is over here, aligned with the daily bearish gap. So I don't need to think about that as well. What is happening right now? Market is trading the bearish gap. So if it is interested to trade that bearish gap, I should look for the weak quadrant level. That is the only bullish period I have right now from the 4-hour chart. Good. Let's see what is happening in hourly chart. So in hourly chart, market is extremely bearish, cleared every single sell side liquidity and trade the hourly gap. Does it? Okay, there is a small volume imbalance. So it has traded that volume imbalance. That is good. Also traded that area. Okay, perfect. So what else do I see over here? The quadrant level of this week from the hourly chart. So I'm gonna use the hourly quadrant level to see if it can interest to trade any of this quadrant level at first. What else can I see? It has traded this hourly bearish gap. Perfect. So that is that hourly bearish gap. It has traded that hourly bearish gap so beautifully and then falling. So what is the next logical level? The quadrant level of this week. So the 50% is over here. That is a good thing. Okay, from the 15-minute chart, what do I see over here? It failed to trade the last fair value gap around that area. Instead of that, it has traded that area. Okay, so market has fallen. Trade the daily gap and the 15-minute gap bullish order block. So this is the bullish order block high that has already been traded. So market has traded the bullish period as well as it is trading closed this gap 100%. Good. From 1-minute chart, it should fall until the 50% of the dealing range. So I'm gonna keep a line here. That is the quadrant level high, quadrant level 50%. That is the two level. Okay. And I have two line over here. One is around that area. One is around that area. This is the two level. They can be traded before even falling or going higher. So what else do I need to see? The dealing range high and low. So this is the low of the dealing range. This is the high of the dealing range. 6 on 8. This is the 50%, which is aligned with these gaps. So let's go to the 5 minute chart because the 1 minute chart is messy. So there is a 5 minute bullish gap over here, 5 minute bullish gap over there. Perfect. I have two 5 minute gap over there. That is all. 1 minute chart back. And if I look for these dealing range here to here, the 50% is around that area. Perfect. Yep, I can't take any sort of buy as long as this market is not coming to the 50% of the dealing range. Even though I'm seeing the what to say, I mean the bullish PDR is trading from the 15 minute chart, but I'm not able to take the sell, take the buy over here. I have to wait for this market to fall, and then if I get the opportunity, I'll take the buy. Otherwise, there's no opportunity to take the buy. But so far, like after this big expansion, this market is really so difficult to trade. You can see here, like so many sideways candles, a beautiful manipulation over here, like sell side has taken, buy side has taken. So many people will get confused. If you want to survive over here, you have to survive by the word block logic. So if you know how to use the word block or confirmation entry, I believe that you'll be able to survive over here. And after that fall, market is simply consolidating around that area. All I have to do, I have to wait. Yeah, that's all, guys. I have to wait. 953 candle is aligned with the 618 level. 953 candle is aligned with the 56. Okay, what is that uh time frame you are talking about, brother? Wait, at least the five retracement to look for a buy. We have a 22 model in the 15-minute chart. That is also true. I need to look for sell right now. I mean, I can't take the buy. Unlike Spain and Barcelona, you don't like Spain and you don't like them. Why? What happened with the Barcelona? Guys, please push the like button. Thank you so much, man. Please push the like button. Subscribe to our channel if any of you are new over here. Today I just got one trade. I talked about another trade, but actually I got one trade, which is a partial and break even. Which overtook the sell here, took the partial, got stood out to the break even. I was thinking the fall actually, but it took one more time, and then I was waiting for another buy here, but never gave me that. Then gave me the selling opportunity. Never there was an entry opportunity, so I was not doing anything else. That is another buy. That was the best buy for today. The best thing with all the explanation. That was awesome. We had the maintenance break for trade of it. Please push the like button, subscribe to our channel if any of you are new. Next week, I'm going to give you another account from Lucid Trading. I think it's gonna be, I don't know. Okay, I will buy one account. I am just a bit short of money, so I think I will buy a Flex account. It's a little bit cheaper. How much does it going to cost me? Flex account. So if I buy, it's gonna cost me $98. Okay, $100. Yeah, I'll try buy another account and I'll try to give it to you guys. Okay. If you are the winner, make sure you have built a payout. Okay. So just make a payout for me. That's all I'm asking for. Join to our Discord, which is absolutely free. You don't need to pay me anything. We actually share a lot of things over here. Okay. So I'll read them later actually. Terabyte maintenance. Okay. So there was a terabyte. You guys can join us. We don't have a lot of member actually, but we have like nearly 1450 member, I guess. Yeah, 1451 member. Not bad. All of them are verified. That is a good thing. So you guys can join us to our Discord if you want. No, I'm not taking the buy, unfortunately. I can't take the buy. I can't take the buy. Even if I'm expecting this will go higher, but it has to fall for the 50% or this gap at least. Not a bad day, guys, because when you are not in red, it's not bad. It's never been bad. That low was obvious to be taken. Right now, the expectation is something like this: either to this line or that line, and then fall, come at least over here. Just remember, this guy has to clear this high. This is something has to be done. Yes, has to clear that high. Trade of it and trading view is still not working. No, it's working now. Jamil, it's working. I was in a trade as well. It's working now. 7 minutes left. Market is consolidating for a long period of time. So from 11 to until now, it is just simply consolidating. Okay, guys, I think I'll try one more trade. Okay, with this reclaimed inverse gap. Not a beautiful reclaimed inverse gap because this high has not been taken. But I'll try this sell if it come back. I think the stop loss is not gonna be too big. If it okay, if it doesn't, then I'm gonna let this go, and I'll start to look for a buying opportunity while it will reach to this area. Without tapping here, if it come here, I'm gonna take this sell. If it tap here, this sell is not valid at all. There is also a bearish gap. Maybe it will trade this bearish gap instead of my reclaimed gap. It will trade this way, but yeah, I'll try with this gap because this is really so boring market. I hope it will work. While I'm watching the opening of this candle, according to the reclaimed inverse gap, the opening of this candle is valid. So first I put my stop loss above this, then I moved it lower because the opening of this candle is more than enough to be covered. So it's kind of 23 handle risk for 3 micro contract. I'll let this go. This is super duper consolidation. Okay, I got it stopped out. 22 handle stop loss. Why you are so much consolidating? Should I? Should I? Should I? Should I? Yeah. Where is there is one, there is always good to go for two. First, let me see how much is my loss over here. $67. Not bad. Chapata. Hmm. I was in live. I forgot that. Lock the account, brother. Come back on Monday. Boom, boom. Okay. Thank you. I forgot, man. I was in live. However, so sorry for that. Also, quite right. Yeah. That was good. I mean, has provided so much actually. I want to add more actually. If it build this water block, I want to add more by trailing my stop loss below the water block. I'm just watching if it can do that. Otherwise, it stop me out to over here. I'm cool with that. This gap, I was really I mean, like I was not really worrying about this last gap over here, but it was holding the market. This is little suspicious to me. Why it is holding the market? I didn't like it, to be honest, brother. Question. What is your question, Jamie? Marbra, I can't hear it. I was not talking. I totally forgot that I was in live. If the candle close above this line, I'm gonna take add more over here actually. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop loss is going to be below this order block. I just don't know it will take me or not. Come on, man. It should take me. Fall, 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 fall a bit more. Come on, take me. If it come to the quadrant level, I am not able to add more over here. That is the main question. Come on, man. Take me, then go higher. Just don't leave. Don't leave like that way. Okay. Okay. Bit more. Bit more. Bit more. Ah, come on, man. Are you kidding? No, it's tough actually to add more over here. Should I add more? How much is going to be the loss? Not a huge loss, I believe. When it wants to stop me out, it always do that. And when I want to enter, it's not taking me. I don't know. I mean, we have seen the boom, and now it's time to boom to that like button into oblivion. Guys, please push the like button. Jamie, question. What is your question, man? Are you profitable? I think so. What is your win rate, brother? First of all, I don't believe in win rate, to be honest, because win rate is something like you will take 10 trade and 8 will be winning, then it's a 80% winning rate, right? That is the winning trade. I mean, winning rate. Now, maybe your 8 winning trade is like 10 handle, but your 2 losing trade, every losing trade is 70 handle. So it doesn't matter at all. So I really don't look for the win rate. A guy who has a 30% win rate, he can be a profitable trader. He can be a profitable trader. It's all about your risk management. So I really don't look at the win rate, to be honest. I always look for the risk, how much I'm taking risk. I'm just not sure I should add over here or not because it is trading the quadrant level before going higher. It didn't tap to the order block, and now it is respecting the quadrant level of that week that has traded this cap. Eventually, I believe it will go through this, but I'm just not. I'm just confused to should I enter over here or not? Because if I enter or add more, my entry point will be moved from here to here somewhere. It will moved over there. So I'm not. I'm a bit confused actually. Should I add more over there? Okay, I actually got. So let me actually put the stop loss to the break even. It's just one micro contract. So let me put it to the break even. So finally it tapped to the order block, which is over here. The bad thing is it is respecting the quadrant level of that week. This is really so bad. I দরজা খুলে দিছে আয় আয় 1141 bearish fair value gap. 1141 bearish fair value gap. What happened with that bearish gap, man? Never mind. I'm sorry. Did I miss your comment, Jamie? I totally forgot that I was in live. That's the first thing. So I'm so sorry if I miss your question, brother. It's the FIFA chart, bro. Mahari Dalani. No. What do you mean by no, brother? I just told I don't look for the win rate. That's all, brother. 1035 inversion fair value cap is holding price down. 1035 inversion fair value cap is holding price down. 1035, 1035, 1030. Okay, this one. It is holding the price down. Yeah, it's a very important gap. I should mark that one. I forgot about that gap. Thank you, Suzivan, for showing me this gap. Yeah, that's a very beautiful gap. And one of the beautiful gap over here. I think eventually it's going to be broken and it's coming for the 50-minute last gap. So now my entry is over here. You know, like my entry is bit lower because I added more. Okay. So it seems like a lot of trade. Actually, there is just one losing trade, then one trade. I just adding more, taking partial. This is how I'm doing over here. So it has so far broken the 50% of this gap, which is really an important gap, guys. I don't know you can mark it or not, but this is an awesome and very, very, very important gap. So the 50% is broken now, and I'm more interested to see this gap to be broken with this speed. However, I will take a partial above this high, okay? So I'll just simply take a partial over there if it provide me that opportunity there. which is nearly 118 handle. It should be broken with the speed right now, and I'm allowed to move my stop loss just below this order block. I mean, if it doesn't work and this gap is going to hold the market again, there is no hope. Market will fall guaranteed to take some swing low. So it will go for this swing low. I don't see any logic if it this gap hold the market right now. It will guaranteed that it will take some swing low. So I don't see any logic over here to keep my stop loss to the break even. So I'm just going to move it just below this order block level. Even I can move it a bit higher actually below this candle low. Yeah, just going to cover some profit over here. By any chance, if it reverse and stop me out, I'm going to get 43 handle. Not bad. Previously, I wanted to take the partial load to this 50% area. Then later, I actually moved it above this high. But now I'm not interested to take the partial over here. I'll hold it until the rejection block. And every single time it will give me the opportunity, I'll move my stop. It can come back. So I'll put it there. Hope I'm going to get the boom. Just 119 handle. So I just need another 15 handle only. So 9, so 9 handle more. Just need 9 more handle. Let's see if it can give me that. 9 more handle. Just 9 more handle. I wish it will take me. Yeah, I'm not going to keep my stop loss over here anymore. I'll keep. Okay, so I got the partial over here. Now my extreme target should be the 50-minute last gap. I just don't know should I hold it until that area or not. But I'll just simply put it. If it come over here, good. If it doesn't, I'll just get a stop out. Okay, the 50-minute last gap. That is my last target. If it go over there, good. If it doesn't go over there and they stop me out with just one runner, I'm cool with that. Oh, sorry. I have to actually lock down my account because today is Friday. I don't want to blow the account. So it's $615 so far. Yeah, I got the whole boom. I deserve the boom. I just don't know why I was so afraid to take this buy today. Have to figure that out as well. However, guys, here I just would love to show you something like this is the gap. This is the lowest down close body close candle. This is the candle that has closed above this water block. Okay. So like above the opening of this water block, not above the water block, because if I would wait for that, I could do that until this candle, then this candle would be my entry. Okay. That was the candle that should be my entry. But actually, when I saw this candle to open above this order block open, I entered over here in market order. Okay, so I entered over there, and then you have seen that I have added more by looking for the quadrant level of this week that has traded this order block, taken some low over here from 1 minute chart, traded the lower quadrant if I'm not mistaken, and also the dealing range 50%. So this is the low, this is the high of the dealing range. Let me show you that. So my stop loss was covered the 50% of these dealing range. Okay, that was not the dealing range. I think the weak quadrant level. What was that level? But there are some level where it has perfectly respected. I mean, tick by tick, it has been respected. I just don't remember what was that level. However, after trading this area, left that gap open. I wanted to see this gap to open because I messed up. I didn't see this gap at first, but that should be the gap that should be unfilled. This is the gap that should be unfilled after trading the word block, not that gap. But at first I didn't see this gap, so I marked it as an unfilled gap. I trailed my stop loss and I got stopped out over here. You see that. So that thing I recovered over here when I saw this gap has been traded. I added more with this order block, took the logical level partial, and finally got the boom and end up with not a bad, okay, not a bad 600, I guess. Yeah, $835. So that is all I have made over here. Yesterday, $1,248, $835 today. So I have to make $900 more to pass this account. didn't take any trade to my funded account, and I'm not going to take any other trade over here. So I'm just going to lock my account. Today is Friday. I have blown more account on Friday in my life. Just Friday is the hardest day for me to trade. Okay, so I'll just block. I mean, manually I'll lock them down now here. Okay, manual lockdown. So lock accounts. I think how can I do that? Okay, both of them. I'm going to lock them down. No, both of this account is locked. Okay. After passing now, this market will go to the sky. I don't give a shit. I don't care about that. All I care until the last cap that has been traded, I'm good with that. Now where the market will go, I don't care. And it's not a small run. 186 handle is a good run. Boom for me. Jamie, congratulations for your boom, man. You're Indian, bro. No, I'm not from India. I'm from Bangladesh, brother. What is your strategy? I trade ICT concepts, brother. Can I use it as inversion fair value gap? 1035. Okay. Which one you were asking about? 10, 1141. 1141. Let me see. 1141. 41. Any kind of re-entry from here, if you are not already in a trade, if you are already in a trade, you can add more only from this order block. If you are not in a trade, no new entry is valid over here. This is a middle order block. This I mean, market has a high probability to violate this order block. 99% you will see it has been violated. So new entry is not valid. If you are in a trade and you want a pyramid over here, go for it, man. I highly appreciate it. But new entry is not valid, Jamie. There is no inverse gap to take the buy around that area. Boom for you. Thank you, Jamie. Yeah, we both got the boom. Boom, boom, boom. Thank you, Jill Partners, for that boom. First trade, partial break even. Second trade is a losing trade, like a very small loss, like 21 to 23 handle. I just don't remember. Very small stop loss. And third trade is a huge boom. Not a bad day. But if there was a load shedding, you wouldn't see this buy. You would see that, okay, I got stopped out over here, and then I would go for this trade out of the live streaming. Fortunately, there was no load shedding. Boom for me. I just passed 3 AVAL accounts. Thanks, Tito. You're most welcome, Foner. And congratulations for your passing, man. Will Lucid penalize me? I'm $200 above the profit target. No. If you are above the profit target, whatever you will make doesn't matter. It's good. I think so, okay, sister. But I think there will be no problem. All you have to do, just let me actually ask it for you. No problem at all. You can go over your profit trade by 200 or more. The key rule is consistency percentage. Okay, sister, you are absolutely safe. Dora. Boom for you, brother. I only trade Eval and was too scared to trade the funded account. Okay, is that because today's Friday, man? I am really afraid to trade the Friday, the anything. I really am afraid. I managed to recover most of my losses with that trade only. I'm only down $11. Don't touch the market, Marbra. Don't touch the market. Today is Friday. Please, it's a request, man. Don't touch the market. And this market has moved a lot. Okay, today it has moved a lot. What is going to happen next? I have no idea. So please make sure you are not trying to. Okay, the last cap is actually holding the market. Don't try to mitigate your loss. At least today, please don't try to do it. I could hold my trade until the 50% of this last gap. Wasn't I too greedy if I would do that? I think I would be so greedy if I would do that. How many handles? Yeah, okay. So 13 handle. Maybe I could do that. Yeah, it's good. Reaction from 50-minute last travel cup now. It's 12 p.m. Oh, okay. It's also the lunch hour. So don't try to touch it. I copied, traded, so it didn't close and had a close manually. Okay. I think it's cool. Passed my 3 accounts and 5 Apex. Congratulations, Dora sister. Make sure you're not going to over leverage. Okay. Those people who really would love to make a big money, you can do the pyramid trade with depending on the price action. Okay. You can do the pyramiding trade. Take the partial pyramid the trade. Take the partial pyramid the trade. Always make sure your stop loss is at the break even. So if you did something wrong, you have already covered the partial, you got the stopped out to the break even. Always think like that way. So like this is the best way. But if you do the over leverage, like you see this profit over here, $1,156 or something like that, or like this one, like $1,200 I have made yesterday. Trust me, it was I have started with 3 micro contract and I end up with taking partial pyramiding, taking partial pyramiding, taking partial pyramiding. Like this way. I keep going, keep rolling the like that way and end up with $1,200. But I never take the risk for like 10 micro contract entry. So if it run, I'm gonna get $5,000 profit. Not like that way. My risk is always be respected. So do like that way. I only blow my mind if I'm trading and there is a load shedding. For example, I took that loss over here and then suddenly there is a load shedding. This is really so difficult, guys. You can understand or not, I don't know, but this is really so tough to adjust the mind in that time because you know that you're going to miss the next opportunity, which is so obvious for you. So something like that. So otherwise, I really don't blow my mind, except if it is not Friday. If it is Friday, either way, I'm gonna blow my mind. So that's why I love to close my trade or the trading everything around when I'm done, okay? With some losses, with some profit, I'm done. I didn't know there is a manual because next time I'll open my laptop, I mean my PC, and my intention will be let's go for this trade. This is an high probable trade. And if I ever fall into this type of consolidation, if I were here alone, there could be another at least 5 to 6 trade over here. I have seen them. Just didn't talk about none of them because I won't be able to explain them to you. That's why I didn't talk about them. But I have seen like 5 to 6 trade over there. And all of them, of course, that could be a losing trade. But not a huge loss, small losses. And eventually it wouldn't be $800 profit. It would be like 400, $300 profit because I had to mitigate all of these losses over here. I do that because I need to find out a lot of things over here. So if I fall into this trap, that is the problem on Friday. I blow the mind. I mean, account. I'm really afraid of Friday. Monday, I took a loss, and Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday was green. Days only today, small rate, so I'm done trading for the day. Thank you, Marbra, for saying that, man. Just log the account, man. Do you trade live every day? Nearly 3 years, brother. I'm doing that almost every day. Sometimes, if I am not here, which is very rare, by the way, but like nearly 3 years, I'm doing it live every day. The ES candle is super red, 15 minute. Oh, by the way, I need to see the ES. Okay, so ES didn't clear this high. Remember, guys, this high has to be taken. This is the high that has to be taken. It's the fake SMT. It has to be taken, in my opinion. Okay, so keep an eye over here. As long as it's not going to be taken, every time it will retrace, there is a buying opportunity, in my opinion. Okay, but today's Friday, so just be careful. Very nice trade, bro. Thank you so much, brother, for saying that. But I'm really still not convinced by me why I was afraid to take this trade. Yeah, that time there was a maintenance break. I know that. But why I was afraid to take this trade? I'm still asking the question. Remember the exact level over here? This was the trade for today. That was the trade, which I didn't take. I don't know why. Why I was waiting for the order block. Everything was perfect over here. Like the stop loss, the like everything was. I was just talking about that, but I still am confused why I didn't take this trade. I'm not afraid to losing trade. Okay, remember I'm not afraid for a losing trade. So I think the stop loss over here. That was one of the best trade for today until the extreme liquidity, which is over here. I don't need to take this extreme liquidity until this liquidity is more than enough. That is more than enough. That was the trade for today, not this one. This is the trade for today. But unfortunately, I really don't know why I was so afraid to take this trade. The system was not working. Yeah, that was the thing. I mean, yeah, the it was a maintenance break around that area. But either way, I was afraid because I was thinking to look for an word of block trade. This is the question I'm asking for myself. Okay, it's not saying something like I'm telling any of you guys. This is the question I'm asking to myself. Why I was afraid? Because the setup, like the 22Y2 model, is the best. The reversal is happening from the best line, right? I told you this line over here. Remember, this is the line where it should, if it can come here, this is the best. There could be nothing more beautiful rather than this. This is the best thing. The gap, the immediate reaction, every single thing was perfect over there. But I had the buy side liquidity. I've seen the sell side has been cleared over here. The extreme sell side liquidity. There is not even single sell side liquidity is left over there. There is two things, like one time it will take that low, then it will come back again to take that low. That is also happened over here. See, this low has cleared the sell side liquidity, old low that has been taken over here. This low has taken also over here one more time. So, like, I'm not adding it to drive pattern, but I'm just saying the old low is taken one time, another time that low need to be taken. If you guys remember, I also framed a trade depending on this logic a few days ago. Everything was perfect over there. Every single thing was perfect over there. Remember, this guy has to take this line. This is called the fake SMT. You have to learn this fake SMT things. That is also giving you more confident about taking some trade according to your direction, by the way. But there was war news may not take that high. Where was the war news, brother? I didn't know that. I mean, in the calendar there was no news. You were afraid because the market had been down so much and felt like it was strongly bearish. Going against that strong trend is what made me scared to go. That is a good logic, brother. That's a good logic. Yeah, that could be a logic because from the daily chart it was extremely bearish. So I was thinking in my mind, absent mind, maybe it will trade the 50% one more time. Maybe that was the logic. Yeah, that is a good thing, brother. Maybe. Yeah, sometimes I get afraid to take the entry. This is really weird. Why market structure shift is that market stru- why market structure shift is that market structure why market structure shift is that market structure shift. I think you were talking about here. If I'm not mistaken, you are asking why this is the market structure shift. This is a swing high, a beautiful swing high that has traded this gap over here. And then after that, I got the displacement over here that has shifted the market over here. Gap, this is the best 22 IT model if you have the buy side liquidity. If you don't have the buy side liquidity, sometimes it doesn't work. But if you have the buy side liquidity, like this is the extreme buy side liquidity. I'm not talking about that one. That was my extreme buy side liquidity. But this buy side liquidity was my first interest from the 1 minute chart. So yeah, that was that. By the way, I think you are new here, Thalani. Welcome to our community, brother. If you keep coming and if you're mentally prepared not to copy trade, instead of that to really purely started to learn, I think you'll get a lot of things from here. But if you're really interested to copy trade, I promise you, brother, after 1 or 2 weeks, you will leave me. You will leave me for sure. This is all happening. If any of you would love to copy my trade, but if you focus on learning whatever I'm explaining, I am not 100% confident. Sorry, I'm 100% right. But the thing I keep explaining you guys, you'll count, okay, how many times it really works. For example, today your job is to see, I told that this high needs to be taken for yes. Does it take this high or not? Okay, that is your job for today. Okay. So I think it's done for today and not a bad day actually. Like $835. I have to make $900 more to pass this account as well. I'm just only interested to pass the accounts, not interested to trade them. Yesterday I had nothing to do. That's